Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is Miss B with Pick a Card Readings. I hope everyone is doing amazing today. Um, I'm coming forth with a powerful reading today. I've really I feel like the ancestors been working with me on this particular reading. So, first and foremost, thanks to each and every one of you for subscribing to the channel, clicking the like button, commenting. It is greatly appreciated for all of your love and your support. Okay. Um, If you're ever interested in a more personal reading with me, you can always go to my website at www.spiritualvibrations.org, or you can feel free to email me as well at spiritualvibrations2018@gmail.com. Okay, so today I am coming forth with the pick a card reading. Now, I must say that these messages are general, so they may and may not apply to everyone. Take the messages that does and leave what doesn't. And if you feel if none of them resonate for you, please feel free to check out my other videos as well. If you're interested to know what the monthly forecast is for your zodiac sign, those videos has also downloaded as well. So please take a look. Okay. So this particular reading today is ancestor messages on your spiritual growth. Where are you in your spiritual journey? What are the messages from your ancestors? Okay, so we have 4 selections here. I've already premeditated on the cards, and Spirit has provided the messages that needed to come out. Okay, so with that being said, I ask that you take a deep breath and you allow your intuition to draw you towards the deck that you feel drawn to. Okay, now with this particular reading, you don't necessarily have to choose just one, whatever you're drawn to. Okay. So with that being said, we have cards 1, 2, 3, and 4. The timestamps will be down below, so if you do not want to listen to the entire intro, you can go directly to the card that you did select. So again, it is Ancestor Messages on Your Spiritual Growth. Card 1, 2, 3, and 4. With that being said, let's get started. I'm going to move these cards to the side here. All right, so for those that selected 1, what is your ancestor messages on your spiritual growth? The first card that fell out is healing energy. Okay. So let's take a moment to talk about this when it comes to your ancestor message on your spiritual growth. For many that selected 1, you may actually be healers. Okay. Meaning that you have some type of healing ability. I do apologize. This card is this is my ancestor cards, but I kind of hate how they have the gold and the black. It's kind of dark to see. So anywho, moving on. For those that selected 1, for many, you have healing abilities, okay? And so your ancestors want you to recognize. For many, you may already know that you have some type of healing abilities, okay? The second message that I'm getting pertaining to this is for some that selected this. Your ancestors want you to also work on some inner healing within yourself, okay? Now, another message that I'm picking up for many healers that may not be using their abilities, they may feel as if they are unable to be a teacher or to be a leader or to work as a healer because they may still be dealing with some situations in their life that they have not quite healed from. And it's okay. No one is perfect. So I feel like this message is going to resonate to maybe 1 or 2 people. You don't have to be perfect, okay, in order for you to be a leader or for you to kind of be of service to others with your healing abilities. It is with your wisdom, it is with your pain, your traumas, and the challenges that you've been through could really be a blessing to others. Your knowledge, your wisdom, your advice. So for anyone that is feeling as if they are aware that they have healing abilities, but they don't want to use them because they feel as if they still have some inner healing that needs to be done, we all do. Their healing never stops. Okay, so that does not mean that you need to stay in the line. It doesn't mean that you need to sit in the back seat when it comes to your abilities. Okay, that's one of the messages that I'm getting here. You also have growth, excuse me, and return to country. Okay, so I'm going to put both of these aside. So for many that selected 1, you've really grown when it comes to your spiritual growth, you maybe even your abilities, okay? Because we have the healing energy here. So for many, you are healers in some way, okay, shape or form. Whether you are healing with Reiki, whether you're healing with divinations, you are a healer. And many of you have grown in your spiritual journey, okay? But your ancestors is definitely warning some to kind of connect back to your heritage. Study more of your heritage. Connect back to your roots is what I'm hearing as well. Okay. For many, you are a healer. You have grown very much in your spiritual journey. And for many, you've already connected to your ancestral lineage, meaning that you have connected. You are actually worshiping. You are actually setting up certain altars, deities. Okay. Give me a second here. For many, that selected one, when it comes to your spiritual growth and where you are from your ancestors, it's been a journey for you. And I'm hearing that many that selected one, your abilities, you were born with them. For many that selected one, when it comes to certain abilities that you have, whether you realize them or not, is a part of the DNA, meaning someone else in your family also shares this as well. And so you kind of follow the footsteps of your ancestors. Okay. Let's see what other messages that came up. We have the empath and we have transformation. Okay. So for many that's selected, you are an empath when it comes to a healing ability. So this is also another reason it kind of goes back when I was saying, if you are a healer and you know that you want to be of service, but you've been a little bit hesitant in doing so, you are empath. So you're able to pick up on other people's energies as well as your own. So you're very in tune with your emotions. So this is why it's so important to don't feel as if you have to be perfect in order to be of service to others. Okay? Because you are very connected to many. You understand many. You feel a lot from others. Okay? So again, going back to this card is acknowledging that for many, your ancestors are saying that you are empath, meaning that you can pick up the emotions of others. Not only others, you can also pick up the energies of environment. So you can walk into a place and have a gut feeling about something, a sense of knowing. You're very in tune. You're very sensitive when it comes to your emotions. And so for many, you are very, very high with your empathic abilities. You've grown with your empathic abilities. And for some, and for many, actually, because you are an empath, you also absorb other people's energies. So it's very important that you be careful who you surround yourself around, as well as the places that you surround yourself around as well, because you absorb other people's energies. Okay. The next message that came up is transformation. So I love it because we also have the growth. So for many that selected one, your ancestors want you to know that you're going through a transformation process. So for many, you are going through a healing right now. And this is a part of the change. This is part of your growth. This is a part of your journey moving forth. So anything at this time that needs to be healed, connect with your roots. Call on your ancestors to assist you in this transformation period. Okay. So for many, when it comes to, again, your spiritual journey, you're going through a transformation period at this time. There's a lot of changes. You may have started to connect more to your roots, learn more about your heritage, your ancestral lineage. Okay. You may also be changing in your development in your abilities, growing, being abundant in your transition. Okay. So for many, there's a lot of transformation and a lot of growth that your ancestors want to let you know. You also have we are all connected. Okay, as another message that came through. So for some, it's I wouldn't say it's difficult, but there are some that is living in a 5D conscious. where it's nothing about oneness. For many, we're still at that 3D. For some, and some that selected one, you are in this 5D conscious, okay? Where you are aware that we're all connected. And we are. Everything, we're all energy. We're all connected. We're all one. And for many, your ancestors want you to know as you're going through these spiritual transformations, you are beginning to learn more about we are all connected and the oneness. Okay? Give me a second here. For those that selected one, you guys have a lot of wisdom. Many of you are highly intuitive as well. And again, for many, you are truly empathic. Like you feel a lot of energies. You are connected, not just to people and buildings. You may also be connected to animals. There's different types of empaths. And for some that selected deck one, you may be an animal empath, where you can hear animals, you can feel, you can sense what they are saying, what they're going through. Because animals communicate. We may not know, some people may not know what they're saying, but there are empaths out here that can also connect to the animal kingdom in a way where they can pick up their emotions as well as speak and communicate with them as well. Okay? Give me a second here. Let me just make sure I'm not missing out on anything else when it comes to the ancestral messages of your spiritual growth. So just to kind of finalize, for many, you're quite advanced. It is acknowledging that you're moving forth in the right direction. There is a lot of healing that is taking place for those that selected one. And for many, you are healers, you are empaths. You have grown in your spiritual journey and you are transforming into growth. You are connecting to your heritage, to your lineage. You have already connected to your lineage. You are learning that we are all connected. You are learning the universal code, the law of I can't remember. I think I can't think of what law that is. I don't want to say it's the law of attraction because it's not. I'm drawing a brain fart. Okay. So for those that selected one, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Now, before we end, last but not least, you guys have the tiger's eye as the crystal. I want to spend a few moments talking about this particular one. And I'm going to actually touch bases with it out of the book. This is a very powerful deck here. This card talks about empowerment. Okay, the tiger's eye, it symbolizes prosperity. It encourages the right use of power. It balances your need with those of others and also finding solutions. So for many that selected one, a tiger's eye will be beneficial. Okay, some additional messages to this card is assert yourself wisely. Okay, bring some hidden talents to the forefront and accept your imperfections. Ground yourself. The tiger's eye is an element to ground yourself, and it makes a lot of sense now that I look at this as well. We have the growth here. We have a rose that's planted in the ground. We have return to your country, which is pretty much your ancestral lineage. So it's very important for those that selected one to definitely ground yourself. Okay, let's see what other messages that came up here with this card. Unlock your creativity as well. Find prosperity and lasting success. Your personal power, your confidence, and your energies are high. Commit to your goals. Okay? And this card speaks of Leos and Capricorns. So there could be a lot of Leos and Capricorns that can resonate with this energy. Again, it's not zodiac specific, but it is acknowledging that many Leos or Capricorns that watch this can actually relate to this card. All right. So with that being said, that completes the message for those that selected one. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to leave your comments. It would be greatly appreciated. Love and light and blessings to you. For those that selected two, what is your ancestral message on your spiritual growth? The first card that came up for you is Inner Journey. Okay. So for many that selected two, Many are in the beginning stages of learning more about your spirituality, your gifts, your abilities, and just aspects about the spirituality in general. Okay, you're moving forth in your own inner journey. You're learning more, you're developing more. And for many, you're already at the stage of, I'm feeling like, in the middle. So I feel, again, you can never stop learning, but you are kind of ascending or advance in your inner journey when it comes to your spirituality. Okay, let's see what other messages that came up for that. The next card that came up is friendships. Interesting. Okay. So for many that's selected to your ancestral message on your spiritual growth is, as you go through this inner journey, you're going to be connected more to like-minded people. Okay. You're going to be connected more to like-minded people. Um, Also, along your journey, your spiritual journey, it is acknowledging that you could meet some new sense of friendship, some renewed sense of energy. Okay. As well. As you continue on your journey in your spiritual growth, whether you are in the beginning or aspects of in the center or the middle of your inner journey in your spirituality, you are gaining forth a sense of confidence as well. Normally, when we start off in our journey, we're a little bit hesitant, a little bit unsure. We're not quite confident of ourselves or our abilities or whatever it may be, but it is acknowledging that you will get there. You will have that sense of confidence. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let's see what else came up for you guys. You have advanced and you have Reiki abilities. Makes a lot of sense. I was thinking of that when I saw this friendship in the hands on the sun. All right. So again, for many, it's like 3 stages here. So if you selected 2, you could be at a beginning stage, you in the middle, or for many that may have selected this, you are quite advanced on your inner journey. For many of you that selected this, you may have your own tribe already of like-minded souls. You may have gravitated, or people have gravitated towards you along your journey. That has helped you boost your confidence about where you are and who you are as a person, as well as on your spiritual journey. Okay. For many that selected this, you have Reiki abilities, whether you are aware of it or not. And I feel that most that selected this are aware that they do have Reiki abilities. And for many, you may already be working with your Reiki abilities because we have the advanced card right next to it. It means with the Reiki abilities, you have that healing energy, and it goes back to the hands on the sun. That's a rejuvenation. You know, when you placing your hands on the sun, you are kind of feeling that sense of rejuvenation, that vitality. And that's what Reiki abilities is. It is removing negative energy, negative forces, things that no longer serve you, and it is infusing vitalization, you know, confidence. It's positive energy. Okay. So, and also, I'm also hearing another thing as well. For some that selected this, if you are in the beginning stages of your inner journey in your spiritual, you will further find out as you move along your journey that you may have abilities, or you will begin to work as a Reiki master. And it could be the people that you meet along your journey will help you as well identify some qualities that you may know you have, but they will bring it to the forefront. And that way you will become well advanced in your abilities and be of service to others. Okay? We have revealed your truth. All right. So again, it kind of goes back for many, or for some that selected this card. You're in the beginning stages of your inner journey. You're in the beginning stage of your spirituality, your gifts, your abilities. And for some, you may not want others to know who you truly are, what you're really capable of. You're hiding. You're wearing the false mask. Doing this type of work, and it's not work because it's not like it's voodoo. It's not, and for some they do voodoo or black magic. It's the intent behind it. It's not that spirituality is demonic. It's the intent behind it. And so anyway, without getting off track here, it is acknowledging for many that it's time for you to Be honest and be true to yourself. Some people won't accept it, and that's fine. Some people have a hard time because they're worried about what their family would say, what would their friends say, how would their friends feel. But eventually, as you continue to move forth on your journey, it's not going to even matter. You're going to reveal who you truly are. And the ones that don't quite understand, they will fade away as new friendships begin to come in, more like-minded people to understand. So for many, I feel as if, again, you're at the beginning stages of your spiritual journey. You're still learning, okay, the abilities that you have, what spirituality is about, and even some of your abilities. And you may have not shown that to others, but you will soon come out the stage. You won't stay hidden for long, okay, because your ancestors are going to be working with you, okay, because they want you to level up, okay. And then last but not least here, you guys have the Brandenburg amethyst as your crystal, okay? So let's talk about that. Again, I'm going to use the book for this particular. This is a powerful deck. I love this deck. This is called the Perfect Blueprint. A master healer. I love it. A master healer. What I say? Okay? A master healer. The Brandenburg amethyst holds the perfect blueprint of your soul and all that is. It also heals the physical, the mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, ancestral layers and imprints the most perfect energetic pattern possible. Okay. Some additional messages to this card is that you are a being of pure consciousness and you are wonderful just the way you are. Thank you, Spirit. The confidence. You are wonderful just the way you are. Okay. So I like how all of this coincides with one another. It is acknowledging to let go of any mental constraints, any karmic imprints as well, any soul imperatives or relationships that no longer serve you. This crystal also talks about healing from the past as well. Okay. So for many, as you go on your inner journey, you are going to begin to heal pain from the past. That's going to give you a renewed sense of confidence as well. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that your ancestors in spirit wants you to know you are you are perfect exactly as you are in the present moment. Step onto your soul path, revealing your truth. Step onto your soul path and seed your future with potential. Okay? Clear focus brings your dreams into intuition and aim for the highest. Okay? So let me see, is there any additional messages that I feel you guys need to know? For many that selected 2, your ancestors may show you the number 333 a lot. We have the number 38 here. We have the number 35 and we have the number 34. Okay. So you may see the number 333. That could be a number for you pertaining to your spiritual journey. All right. So I hope you enjoyed. Click the like button, comment below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light and blessings to you. Moving on. All right. For those that selected 3, when it comes to your ancestor messages pertaining to your spiritual growth, what came up for you? Honoring your energy. Okay. All right. So what's your ancestor message on your spiritual growth? For those that selected 3, they want you to kind of honor your energy. I feel like for some that selected 3, you could already be doing some type of divination work. You could be doing some type of spiritual work. And so Spirit is wanting you to kind of honor your energy and protect your energy when it comes to balance. Okay. I'm also feeling that for many, you may be empathic as well. So you absorb other people's energies. And you could be someone where, again, most of the true light workers do what they do because they're passionate about it. It's something that they love doing. And sometimes we get so caught up in being of service to others that we don't quite honor our energy. Okay, so it's very important that you try, if you are doing divination or doing readings for others, that you set boundaries in a respectful way, making sure you're not giving too much of yourself, also protecting yourself, making sure that you are clearing yourself from other people's energies as well. Okay, that's what I'm getting right now. I'm going to leave that there unless something else comes up for me. Let's see what other additional messages that came through for you guys. You have illusions. Interesting. All right. So for some that selected three, your ancestor message when it comes to your spiritual growth is that be careful with your way of thinking. Because I feel like you could be at conflict sometimes with aspects of your spirituality. And at the same time, when you're in conflict either about your belief system, about, certain aspects of the divinations of things of that nature, you could be in a place where you are not kind of honoring your energy. When it comes to illusions, I feel a lot when it comes to like negative way of thinking or not looking at something the way that it should be looked at, creating your own thoughts that are not truly the way that they should be. And in a way, when you think about it, when you are having like creating negative thoughts, either about your spiritual gifts or your spirituality or in conflict with any aspect of that, it's like you have an idea who you are, what you are, but you may not want to use it. You feel as if you're going against the grain. And at the same time, you could possibly be not honoring your energy, what you're actually here to do. And so you're kind of creating these illusions to prevent you from honoring who and what you truly are. So I hope that made sense for someone. Let's see what other messages that came up for this reading. Mm. We have spirit of a loved one, and we have synchronicity. All right, so for some that selected three, you guys have some mediumship abilities. Okay, you guys may be doing mediumship readings, able to connect to those who have passed on as well. If you are someone that is currently doing mediumship readings or again can connect to those who have passed on, be careful with that energy because again, we are light. And so those who are no longer here, when they know we are light, they kind of attract to us and they can become sometimes attachments or they can they use our energy for us to kind of relate to others. So when I'm doing mediumship reading, I'm actually allowing them to utilize my energy to come through to communicate the message. And many people don't understanding how draining that can be. You have an outside source using your energy. So when you do mediumship readings, it's very important that you check in with your energy. You do not do mediumship readings or try to connect to those who pass on when your energies are not balanced. Okay, I feel like that's just a message in itself. But again, for many, you have the ability to connect to your loved ones. Okay. And that's just the energy for itself. And for many, again, the ancestors are saying if you chose deck three, you have a loved one that is around you as well. Okay. When it comes to your ancestor message on your spiritual growth, they send you a lot of synchronicity. Your loved ones, your ancestors send you a lot of synchronicity. So you may see a lot of repetitive numbers. You may find feathers, birds, rainbows, butterflies, dragonflies, hearing the same song. They send you synchronicity. They send you signs. So try to be observant of the signs that are around you as well. And these signs and synchronicities that they send you is to help you on your growth. I'm also hearing as well, I want to tell you guys, for those that see synchronicities, a lot of numbers, look them up when you see them. There's a meaning behind it. Okay. It's a message behind it. Okay. That could actually help you either in your spiritual journey or aspects in general life as well. For many, somebody is like not acknowledging the synchronicities that they see because we got the illusions cards here as well. So I feel as if there is a blockage, like someone that selected three are not quite paying attention to the synchronicities and the signs that their loved ones or either that their ancestors are sending them. Okay. And let's see what other message that came up. We have embrace the dark. So it is acknowledging when this card comes up that again, for many, you are able to connect to those who passed on. Okay. And for some, I feel as if you may fear it. You may have fears about being able to connect to those who passed on. I'm also hearing like for some, very few, you may have like an attachment. Like I'm hearing some negative energies because we also got illusions. So I feel as if there is a lot of inner conflict as well. Okay. So yes, when it comes to the messages on your spiritual growth, embrace the dark. Don't be afraid. It's nothing to be afraid about. Okay. And it's nothing wrong with setting boundaries with spirit. You know, being a medium, you have to set boundaries because if not, spirits will come around you all the time, every time, and all the inappropriate times. So you have to learn when to set your boundaries, but try not to be fearful of the dark. Okay. Because it's naturally nothing but light. Okay. Let's see. All right. As far as your crystal, you have the rhodochrosite. Whatever. Okay, you get it. See? Let me see. Can you see? I think you can see. All right, let's talk about this crystal here. And I have to read this out the book because, again, these are some powerful cards here. This is actually called the Heart Reviver. It teaches the heart to assassinate painful feelings, but at the same time without shutting down, dissolving denial, identify ongoing detrimental patterns. It offers compassion, love, and forgiveness. Okay. So again, it kind of goes back and it makes sense that this came up because we have honoring your energy. So again, protect your energy, protect your space, especially, you know, if you are doing readings of any type or any type of spiritual work, protect your energy. It's very important. Okay. Um, let me see here. For some, deep down, you may feel a little bit alienated. You may feel a little bit alone. You may feel a little bit unloved or appreciated. You may feel that way, but it's an illusion. Okay. Honor your energy. Protect your energy. Okay. Protect your energy. It's an illusion. It's the thoughts. It's your way of thinking. Okay. Let's see what other messages that came up for this as well. You may be repressing something that you do not want to face. I love it. I love it. Don't fear it. Embrace the dark. Have the courage. Have the courage. Face the dark. Okay. Let's see what other messages here as well. It's time for a change in viewpoints. Begin to seek the gifts in your experiences rather than seeing the negative effects. And that comes from, again, facing your fears. You know, looking at things as a gift. Look at the experiences that some of the things from the past or certain dark aspects of yourself have brought about for you to learn, for you to persevere, for you to move forward. Okay? This card is acknowledging releasing resentment from your heart. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed. Please click the like button, comment below, and let me know your thoughts about this reading. Love and light. Blessings to you. And last but not least, for those that selected for, what is your ancestor messages on your spiritual growth? We have the burden card. All right. So for some, you find your journey on your spiritual growth a little bit challenging. There could be a lot of other things that you're dealing with at this time that is kind of making you feel as if your spirituality or aspects of your spiritual gifts or being of service to others is about kind of being put on the back burner because of other things that you have going on in areas in your life. So you're feeling a little bit weighed down. You could feel very overwhelmed with the abilities that you do have, okay, as well. Let me see what other messages that come up with that, just so I can get a better understanding here. You also have stillness. So for many, your ancestors are saying you need to be still for a moment and meditate. Meditate. Meditation is important, okay, for those that selected for. So for many, you may have not been meditating enough, which is why you may feel very overwhelmed on your spiritual journey or other aspects that could affect it. So meditating is going to get you to a place of stillness. It's going to allow you to quiet your mind so you can listen. It's going to also help you relax and feel a sense of peace. Give me a second here. Yeah, definitely. For many, it's time to meditate. Maybe even yoga would be beneficial as well as you go through your journey moving forth, okay? Because I feel like, again, there's a sense of feeling overwhelmed. Either you're overwhelmed with a lot of abilities, a lot of downloads that's going on, your mind is kind of back and forth, or there could be just a lot of things that's going on in outside areas of your life that is affecting you from not being able to move forth in your spiritual abilities, and you feel a little bit burdened or feel a little bit weighed down. It's time to meditate. It's time for stillness. It's time for contemplation. That is the messages from your ancestors, okay? The next message we have law of attraction. Okay, so for many, you guys are manifestors and your ancestors want you to know that. So they want you to be careful of your way of thinking. Know that we're nothing but energy. What you think is what you manifest. If you think that you cannot, you won't, you will not be able to, guess what will happen? You won't be able to and you will not. So Spirit wants you to start remembering and realizing that your thoughts is manifesting a lot of things in your life. Okay, so if you are feeling very burdened at this particular time, it could be your way of thinking, your self-limiting beliefs. And this is why Spirit is saying stillness, stillness before you do any more damage to yourself. Okay, take time out to meditate. Pay attention to your thoughts. Again, law of attraction. Try to let go of the pessimistic thinking and try to be a little bit more optimistic. Okay, because again, what you put out is what you receive. See what other message came up. You got to love yourself. So for many, it's a burden because you're going through an eternal battle. You're going through an eternal battle. Okay. And you're trying to move forth possibly for some in your spirituality, but you are also kind of working on loving yourself more. And that's why it's so important to kind of meditate, because the more you can meditate, the more you can connect with the higher realm. And the more that they can give you insight when it comes to loving yourself. But that's good that you are working on loving yourself. So for many that's selected for, you are at a place where as you're going through this spiritual journey, you are learning how to love yourself more. Maybe you've come to a place where you were once in a place of feeling suppressed with your emotions on how you felt about who you are. And now as you go on your spiritual journey, you are learning to love yourself more. Okay? All right, we have clairvoyance. So for many that selected this, it's acknowledging that, for some, you have clairvoyance abilities. You are a light worker. That's crazy. Light worker. Okay. You are a light worker. All right. But again, you have the burden card. So again, you may have so many things going on that you feel as if you may be a little stagnant with your abilities, or you feel as if you're a little bit stuck when it comes to certain abilities. Okay. But that's why meditation is so important. All right, so you have those abilities, but maybe needing to meditate or just kind of take time out to be still for a moment. Bring back the inner peace so you can move forth with your abilities, okay? And you have time to reflect. So again, it kind of goes back to the stillness when it comes to those before. So many, it is a time of just being still, okay? Going into reflect, do some inner reflection, go into hermit mode. Okay, see what needs to be changed, what burdens you need to let go of, what you need to do to kind of move forth in your spiritual journey. Sometimes we can't fill up our plate too full because it'll run over. So you have to kind of work on or find ways to kind of let go of certain things that no longer serve you. Take time to reflect. Be still as you do so you can move forth in your spiritual growth as well as your spiritual abilities. Because for many, you do have that. So this is definitely for many a time of reflection and going within. And I feel like many have already done that to kind of go within and reflect, which is why you are at a place of working on loving yourself, or have gotten to a place where you do love yourself more. You've went to that stillness, okay? And then last but not least, you have the appetite. I hope I pronounced that correct as your crystal. Let's read that out the book here and see. And then that'll be the end of this reading here. You have acceptance. Interesting. Interesting. Um, it says it works as an interference between conscious and a matter to let go of what is outworn in your life. This is amazing. So acceptance. Many of you guys are carrying a lot of burdens, and it's just time to kind of let go. And this is why it's so important to be still for a moment. Be still and take time out to reflect, because there are some things that you're holding on to that you're feeling overwhelmed and you're not able to move forth in your spiritual journey, or maybe even with your abilities. Okay, because you're still holding on to things from the past. So it's time to let go. And sometimes we have to, sometimes it's just accept things for what they are. Okay, it says clear away confusion or guilt, accept the truth about yourself. So it kind of goes back to loving yourself. Okay, um let's see, what else does this card say? It says recognize what is real in your world and reconstruct your reality. You can only reconstruct your reality if you take time out to be still, to actually reflect. You know, when your life is busy, when you got so much going on, you're burdened, you're overwhelmed, you don't know which way you're going. So you have to be still and go into contemplation, into hermit mode, okay? Um, and also learn that the circumstances are actually learning opportunities, okay? It is also acknowledging that it is time to be of service to others. So again, for many, you have that clairvoyance abilities. So if you have been stagnant on it, it's time to do so. But if you have so much going on, you know you have these abilities, just take time out for yourself. Put yourself first. Focus on yourself. And then you go back to what it is that you were called to do and be of service to others. And this card is related to Gemini. So there could be a lot of Geminis that also relate to this message today as well. So with that being said, guys, click the like button, comment below. I truly hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it beneficial in some way. I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. And until next time, love and light and blessings to you.